Right now at Capitol Hill, where lawmakers spend countless hours making decisions. The stress of working in a fiercely partisan and divided Washington can no doubt have an impact on one's health. Two Senate Democrats, Chris Van Hollen and Ben Ray LuJan, both suffered strokes earlier this year. They're both recovering and reevaluating their busy schedules. Scott McFarland shares what they've learned and a warning to others who may be at risk.
I couldn't get a few words in before my doctor said, you need to get to the emergency room.
They said it was a good thing I came in because we can see some bleeding in the brain.
New Mexico's Ben Ray LuJan and Maryland's Chris Van Hollen each suffered a stroke this year. Both Democratic senators say they survived because they sought help after the first warning signs. For stroke, those include lack of balance, dizziness, vision problems, and slurred speech. Doctors say many ignore those symptoms. But when LuJan was rushed to the ER, doctors took immediate action.
This last scan that you got, your brain's still swelling. We need to go in there and help you out.
He underwent intensive, invasive brain surgery, followed by weeks off the job in rehab, which continued through the spring as he returned to work. Just 2 months after LuJan's return to a standing ovation at the Capitol, Senator Van Hollen had just started a campaign speech. At first, he felt fine, but as you can see, he leans on the podium to steady himself.
I felt lightheaded. I had a pain in my neck, and my ears were popping a little bit like you're on an airplane.
Doctors found a tear in a vein in the back of his head. No surgery, but Van Hollen needed a week of hospitalization, followed by rest at home. Like so many people recovering from illness or injury, they felt an urgency to return to work. And with 50 Republicans and 50 Democrats in the Senate, just one absence can stall anything.
There's a question of getting the votes on some big pieces of legislation, but I think the lesson for all of us is you got to look out for your health.
Dr. Celine Gounder says demanding situations can take a toll.
We do certainly see a link between stress and high blood pressure, whether you're getting enough sleep.
By Senate standards, LuJan and Van Hollen are young. LuJan just turned 50, Van Hollen 63. In the Senate, anxiety can be easy to find, while rest is not.
We do have very stressful jobs. We're running in a million different directions.
The senators say, like so many of us who have busy jobs and busy lives, they need to set aside time to do less.
You need to find a way to make time, whether it's a little extra time in the morning, in the afternoon, or just catching your breath. Make time to keep yourself healthier.
It is all too common for us to see patients in the hospital who have just deferred their care, even when there have been warning signs.
These two senators survived and now have their own warning for others.
When you're feeling these strange symptoms, don't just brush them off, which we so often do.
Just keep an eye on folks, and if you see a sign as well, instead of just feeling a sign, work with that person to get them checked and get them in right away too.
As the summer progresses, Senator LuJan says he feels better and stronger than he did before the stroke. As recent votes here at the Capitol have shown, as the summer progresses, his party still doesn't have a vote to spare. Scott McFarland, CBS News, Washington.